Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Wrath of the Righteous with me, Bring It On. Let's meet Zarzaxis. A demon who looks like a ball of lumpy, melting flesh hovers in the air. He clenches a whip in his hand. The demon emanates an aura of confidence and authority. He snorts sternly at a skinny tiefling standing nearby, whose eyes are skillfully sewn shut with black silk thread studded with diamond chips. The demon mutters something incomprehensible to you. The tiefling speaks to you in a soft voice devoid of emotion. Master Zarzaxis welcomes you to the Fleshmarkets, a visitor from another plane. He noticed right away that you are a person of means. Though he himself has no interest in doing business with you, your presence benefits the Fleshmarkets. So Master Zarzaxis is prepared to spare you some of his time. The slave will interpret his words for you, for he loathes speaking in any language except the one used in his home world. The suture's hideous face is marked with desperation. Overcoming his pride, he reaches out to you with his gnarled hand, beseeching your help with this humiliating gesture. You like big words, don't you? Tell me, is there a fancy term that describes someone who does bad things to other people and finds himself in desperate need of their help later? The suture nods sadly. There is. It's called karmic justice, also known as bad luck. Trevor glares at the slaver, then he grinds his teeth and turns away. I don't think I'd seen that before. It's probably worth getting Trevor and then killing everybody at the Fleshmarkets. So you really can't control yourself. Truth be told, I was half expecting you to attack this freak and force us to fight off half the market. If I could, I'd kill all these wretches in a heartbeat, but I cannot. If I attack them, I waste both your lives and mine. The arena teaches you to pick your battles. I point at the suture. Sell me that dretch. Zarzaxis begins to snort, spraying saliva. He babbles quickly, which causes short, uncertain pauses in the slave's speech. This dretch, like the other demons in this shipment, is set aside for Lady Hepsamira. Without a doubt, this lazy waste of flesh caught today in the lower city will never prove to be a useful worker. But he still belongs to his new mistress. She is a very influential person. Therefore, trying to deceive her would be disrespectful and dangerous. And Master Zarzaxis would never commit such a foolish act. He resents your suggestion that he is capable of doing anything of the kind. Master Zarzaxis is insulted and outraged. There are not many vices that can surpass the greed of demons, but pride is one of them. Imagine what tremendous power it has when the two are combined. As disgusting as it is for me to give this advice, listen to me. If this scoundrel feels insulted, offer him gold. Not as part of the deal, but rather as compensation for the insult and as recognition of his high status. I like option 4 the best, but because there's more dialogue with Zarzaxis, I will go with option 1 for now, but we'll take care of that later. Perhaps gold can compensate for the insult I've inflicted. The demon's grumbling abates slightly, as a flicker of greed appears in his eyes. Master Zarzaxis finds your idea very reasonable. He calmly agrees to accept the sum of 30,000 gold coins to atone for the insult you've inflicted. Taking into account your unfamiliarity with local customs, Master Zarzaxis will not demand your hand or eye in recompense. For his part, Master Zarzaxis considers it undesirable to keep this dretch in his stock, for he was the cause of your disagreement. As a gesture of reconciliation, he'd like to immediately release him and drive him out, so this unpleasant incident might be considered settled and forgotten. Oh, did not know I was going to get a suture out of that. I paid 30,000 gold coins. Let's leave all grievances and misunderstandings behind. The tiefling translates Zarzaxis' satisfied snort, but it is wholly unnecessary. You understand its meaning perfectly well. Master Zarzaxis congratulates you on a successful purchase. The dretch approaches you, glancing cautiously around. He mumbles in a quiet voice, so that only you can hear his words. I have no idea why Hepsamira needs slaves. But from what I've heard, they don't live long. Becoming her property is a death sentence. No doubt about it. Meaning you saved me, so I guess I... The suture appears confused. It seems this miscreation is not accustomed to being shown mercy, and simply doesn't know how to express its thanks. How were you captured? I've been wandering the lower city, searching for something. Never you mind what. I mean, that's not what I meant to say. It's a personal matter, yeah. That's the right way to put it. So I was roaming around, chatting with all and sundry, when the slave hunters appeared and started chasing us. They threw those who survived in a cage and brought us here. This is a typical occurrence in the Abyss. Social dynamics, it's called. The strong enslave the weak. What will you do now? With a gloomy glance at you, the suture gives a vague answer. I'll continue my search, I will. It won't be easy, but I'll prove to her that I'm smarter and wilier than she thinks. The judge's expression is determined, even severe. What are you looking for? The judge throws a suspicious glance at you. Don't ask. That's none of your business. Farewell. The suture hesitates, nervously scratching the back of his neck. He repeatedly opens his mouth to say something, but nothing comes out. Finally, he starts to mumble incoherently. You... Just be careful. That's what I'm saying. With a martyr's sigh, Suture turns around, believed to lose himself once again in Elushanira's warren of alleyways. The blind tiefling interpreter bows before you politely, and translates his master's grumbling. Master Sarzaxis greets you and wishes you good trading. Why did Hepsamira and Shamira buy your slaves? Lady Hepsamira is extremely secretive. No one knows what she's up to, and no one wants to ask unnecessary questions, because Lady Hepsamira has already proven she is quite powerful. Snooping around her business could be dangerous. When Lady Shamira brings Lady Hepsamira with her, it says she needs stupid but strong slaves. Master Sarzaxis never asks questions, and does not hold a grudge for the meatball nickname. Master Sarzaxis is very wise, and shows restraint. One of the demon guards clearly grows interested in the conversation and unconsciously leans forward. Sarzaxis whips him across the muzzle with a lightning-fast blow. The demon's head explodes like a watermelon dropped from a great height. The interpreter comments on the execution with indifference. Master Sarzaxis would like to remind everyone that unnecessary curiosity can be very harmful for servants, especially if it is curiosity regarding the master's business. I'd like to see your slaves. The tiefling's voice is emotionless and fails to convey the arrogant notes you hear in the demon snorting. I'm afraid Master Sarzaxis must reject your offer. All of his slaves were caught to satisfy a personal request by the most esteemed upper city residents. Master Sarzaxis is the most influential of the slavers, and he can't afford to waste his time on something as pointless as negotiating with a stranger. Who are you, demon? The demon answers with a lengthy barking tirade, as the interpreter listens carefully to every grunt. Master Sarzaxis comes from a remote corner of the Abyss, extremely far from these parts. Practically no one in all of Lushanira has heard of the magnificent place that is Master Sarzaxis' homeland. He'd happily return there because that place is superior to all other realms of the Abyss. However, Master Sarzaxis found himself fascinated with the concept of slavery. In his homeland, the idea of owning other sentient beings does not exist. The common practice there is to kill anyone who is not like you. Master Sarzaxis has spent a lot of time studying the sophisticated art of slaveholding, and has become the most respected slave trader in the whole of Lushanira. Wolzhov can't take his eyes off the interpreter. Master Sarzaxis desires this. Master Sarzaxis wishes that. Even in the Abyss, tieflings are treated like poor relations, eh? And there I was hoping things would be different here. But looks like our kin has it rough on every plane. Tell Master Sarzaxis it is wrong to treat living beings like this. Listening intently to the displeased hoots, tiefling adds a light touch of condemnation to his monotonous speech. Oh, shoot! That's not good! That's not good. We can fix that, I think. Shoot. Yeah, that's not good. I figured that's going to come up eventually, because I take more good options than lawful. Ah, shoot. That sucks. Master Tsar's Axis is deeply indifferent to your opinion regarding the slave trade and the order he has established here at the Fleshmarkets. Master Tsar's Axis does not find it necessary to listen to the advice of strangers who have come from a primitive plane that will soon be conquered. The Tsar's Axis' displeased growl makes everyone turn around. Their eyes are filled with fear and a readiness to flee immediately. I have to go. The interpreter bids you farewell with a polite bow. Master won't keep you any longer. He wishes to state that he found this conversation very entertaining. He wishes you fruitful trading and good meat in your cages. Yeah. We need to, I think go talk to the chaplain. I think he might have... Yeah, let's go this way. He might have, a scroll of atonement. That's what it's called. Or realignment. I'm pretty sure it's atonement. So we can reset our alignment back to its default. Because right now... Wait a second. I shouldn't be able to use any of this. Because I'm not lawful good.
I'm gone.
Man, it looks like I can, but I shouldn't be able to. So I'm gonna go fix it. Just in case.
We do it my way.
And if the chaplain doesn't sell this scroll, I might be out of luck. Arsino, back in Dresden, sells it. But she's not here. I thought it was called Atonement, but yeah, I guess he just doesn't have it. Respecking might let us do that too. I'm gonna just peruse this real quick and see if I can find it. Yeah, so there's another option. It might be attunement, not atonement. Ah, yeah. I don't think he's gonna have it. Let's go ahead and we'll just keep trudging along. There is another merchant that might have it later on. I don't know if he does or not. I haven't had this problem before. But I mean, right now I can still use my abilities, so I'm guessing
skills are absolute.
we might be okay. Maybe until we rest. Hey, Targona. I need to talk to her too. Finally, you're here. This evil city frightens me. I feel like it's watching me with thousands of soulless, bloodthirsty eyes. But enough about me. I want to talk about our mission. So when she said she's going to wait next to the portal, I thought she meant back in the Nexus. I looked for her, I didn't see her. I remember what the accursed Echo of Deskari told us when we met him after the fight with Mutasafin. One day you will learn that fire could scorch you too. That's what he said. I think he is responsible for these invisible burns. Targona adjusts her wings slightly, but the real one and the monstrous one given to her by Arilu. There's one thing I learned from that witch, Arilu Vorlesh. Any weakness can be turned into a strength. The Echo wants us to suffer, but our suffering will be his downfall. I still have my invisible burns. I chose to keep them. I wanted to see if I would feel them in Alushanira, and I did. When I traveled into the city, the burning pain intensified. I believe the Echo's lair, or at least a portal to it, must be somewhere nearby. We just have to find it. I don't feel anything. I've not had any new burns. Although the hand of the Inheritor healed you in the Nexus, I still bear my invisible burn wounds. Argona gives you a sad smile, and they will lead us to our enemy. So how are we going to find this place? If you can keep me safe from the demons, I'll try to find its exact location. Alright, let's go. I'm not going there yet. Oh.
We should move.
Just look at that. An angel with the wing of the abyss. I want to have her. I want to taste her. They'll trade an entire army of souls for this oddity at the Fleshmarkets.
You won't fall here. I swear it. You sow.
No glory without risk. Die already. Into the fray.
Oh, there she is. Targona looks at the portal arch, and her eyes burn with fury. It's here. The searing agony. I can barely stand. But the portal is closed. It's sealed shut. This portal is similar to the one used to travel from the Nexus, but it looks far more ominous. From a distance, the pattern of symbols on the arch resembles a swarm of insects. The keyholes equipped with shiny metal mandibles look as though they are ready to snap shut at any moment. We have a key. Let's pay the Echo a visit. The portal looks like it will destroy the key after a single use. The Echo is careful. He won't allow anyone to have permanent access to his home. We might need more than one key. You still want to enter the portal. We'll deal with the portal later. Very well, but I will stay and watch the portal. Do not worry about me. The hand of the Inheritor taught me the magic that makes him invisible to demons. I can stay here, unseen by our enemies. Come find me when it is time to attack. And I guess so what probably happens is you use one key to get in. You can get another key off of the Echo of Deskari, but you can find another key elsewhere as well. So that way, if you enter, it's probably a full-blown dungeon. And if you're ill-prepared, you need to leave to get healing or whatever it is. You want that second key to be able to leave. Like, you won't be locked in there if you don't have a second key the first time.
I'm gone.
Again, that's pure speculation. But I do want to finish Tarzaxis first.
We do it my way.
Whose name gets hard to say after the 40th time. Like every other sentence, you have to say Master Sarzaxis. Or Sarzaxis's. I'm gonna throw out a couple buffs here.
I will lend you my aid.
I am ready.
I'll take care of it. It's time to act.
Alright, already read that. Address the Tiefling. Are you Sarzaxis' slave? The demon bursts into indignant gurgling. Even without understanding a single word, you quickly conclude that he is displeased. Master Sarzaxis wishes you to cease your attempts to bypass him and communicate directly with his property. The provenance of his property is a matter of concern to Master Sarzaxis alone, no one else. I'd like to know more about the Fleshmarkets. Master Sarzaxis finds your curiosity commendable. He's willing to outline the basic principles of the Fleshmarkets and its... The Tiefling falls silent for a while, listening carefully to the demon's croaking. Then he finds the correct word. Its hierarchy. He is also willing to explain the intricacies of the highly respected occupation of slaver. It would take a lot of effort to find a place more disgusting than this one, even here in the Abyss. In the old days, my warriors and I broke many slave collars and led countless slaves out of the Abyss. What is this place? This place is called the Fleshmarkets because here one can buy living and healthy flesh. Slaves for housekeeping, slaves for carnal pleasure, fighting slaves, sacrificial slaves, slaves of an edible nature. Every day, hundreds of slaves are shipped here and hundreds of customers come to buy them. Where do you get your slaves? The majority of the slaves are captives seized during raids of other planes. Master Sarzaxis is happy to inform you that Glarn is one of our main supply channels. The Abyss itself supplies a fair share of slaves as well. Demons have no prejudice against enslaving their kin. Demonic slaves are more hard-wearing and last longer than slaves from most other planes. Who runs the Fleshmarkets? Master Sarzaxis has the honor of being the informal head of the Fleshmarkets, because he is the main supplier to the upper city. All the individuals who dare challenge Master Sarzaxis' primacy renounce their false claims, because his slaves now proudly wear his personal insignia, carved into their faces with cold iron. The demanding crack of the whip, Sarzaxis calls one of the demons standing nearby. The latter kneels hastily, obediently hides his eyes, and extends his palm up. Sarzaxis seems satisfied with this display of obedience, so he lets the demon go by whipping him lightly over the shoulders, leaving a ruby-red welt on his skin. As you may have noticed, Master Sarzaxis' authority here in the Fleshmarkets is absolute. I see. The slave interprets his master's abrupt snort without words, giving you a short bow. Let's see how good you are in a fight. Sarzaxis' roar sets the whole Fleshmarkets in motion. Demons everywhere grab their weapons and rush toward you with bloodthirsty grins. It seems that every one of them hopes to win an ounce of the Master Slaver's favor by spilling your blood. The slave with stone eyes nimbly produces a dagger that looks like a toy. He makes several confident swings. He seems to orient himself using only his hearing, and quite skillfully at that.
This will be quick.
Begone, fiend!
I can still fight.
Stab you or zap you, why not both?
Rip them
You son of
in
run!
halves.
The light take you.
You see that? Fall!
So senior guard dropped the Bearer of Sorrow. This +4 cruel vicious faltered grants its wielder 1 extra attack for every 5th hit. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll rest up now, and next time, we'll probably just go into the Echo of Deskari's lair and take care of him. Because I don't think we'll get trapped there. It should be alright.
I do not understand you, Hell Knights. Your life is nothing but restrictions, prohibitions, regulations. I see sticks aplenty. But where, pray tell, are the carrots? What are you doing all this for?
Our carrot is our sense of inner satisfaction and knowledge that what we are doing is right. As regards to the stick, that's always necessary.
Alright, this time when we leave, we will swap out Trevor for Olberg.
Follow if you dare.
Oops, gone the wrong way. Alright, I'm gonna call it here. Next time we'll buff up. Then we'll go meet Targona next to the entrance to the Echo of Deskari's lair. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.